Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome my friends to the another video of Madina Book 2 lesson number 24. So in this lesson we will do the number rules. Now in Arabic numbers there are a lot of number rules, but I have divided the video of this lesson according to the rules. So I will be doing the rules of number 1 and 2, and then rules of number 3 to 10 in this video. And in my next video, I will cover the number rules from 11 and 12, and then 13 to 20. So let's do first the numbers of 1 and 2, as I have prepared these number rules and everything in my whiteboard, so you can easily understand the numbers here. Now here you can see the numbers talibun wahidun. Now let's go first through the number rules of 1 and 2. As you can see here, number 1, talibun wahidun, and here it's for male and here it's for female. So what are the rules for 1 and 2? So I have written all the things, all the points collected in one place, and what you should know for 1 and 2 rules. Whatever you learn, now know that in Arabic, the rules that comes for 1 and 2 is different, and from 3 to 10 is different. So whatever rule you learn for 1 and 2 applies to 1 and 2, then the same rule applies for 11 and 12. Then it also applies to 21 and 22. Then it also applies to 31 and 32. Then likewise 41 and 42. And it goes on till 91 and 92, then 101, then 102. I mean to say that the rules that you will learn for 1 and 2 applies for each and every 11 and 12, 21, 22, and 31, 32, then 41 and 42. So let's see what are the rules and what are the important points that we need to remember when you see these numbers. And I have also given examples for the eraab. How you do the eraab if you're given a number in figure, and if you want to write it in the letters in number names, then how you do the eraab in Arabic. So there are examples. So first let's see the points we should keep in mind. Talibun wahidun, this is for male. Talibani ithnani, now this is for muthanna. Ithnani is for muthanna, and this alif shows that this is in marfu case. As you can see here, talibun wahidun, likewise taliban ithnan, this is in marfu case. The alif shows that it is in marfu case, and this is as we know that number 2 is mu'rab. It is Marab, means it is changing. Why it is changing? Because it shows the duality. Now, in case of talibun and talibun wahidun, in this case it is a singular noun, and we know that in all three cases it can change the haraka from talibun to taliban, taliban to talibin. But in muthanna case, how will you know? If you remember all the rules of muthanna, what are the rules of muthanna in case of marfu? How will we know if a noun is in marfu case? In this muthanna case, we don't see it from the harakas. We don't put the fatha or the dhamma or the kasra if it is in marfu or mansub or majrur case. We just put, if a noun is in marfu, like in this case liban. Okay, so how do we know that it is in marfu case? Because of this alif. In mansub and majrur, what is the difference? Tali ba with fatha and ya and noon. This ya shows that it is in mansub case. This ya shows it is in mansub case, plus the fatha before the ya shows it is the case of duality. Duality shows the muthanna, not the Jama Muzakkar, because in case of Jama Muzakkar, as for example Muslimin, Muslimin, what is the difference? Before the ya there is a kasra, and in Muthanna what is the difference? Before a ya it is a fatha. This is the major difference between Muthanna and Jama Muzakkar Salim in Mansub and Majroor case. So this is in Mansub Majroor case Talibaini. In Mansub and Majroor case. So here it is in Marfu case. As we can see, with Alif it shows Marfu. With Ya and Fatha it shows Mansub and Majroor case. So let's see for feminine. Same thing goes for feminine. Talibatun wahidatun. Talibani ithnatani. Now this ta comes, it shows the femininity, tatanis. It is the tatanis. Talibani ithnatani. Now we come to the rules for the numbers 1 and 2. What are the special things that we should look for? Number 1, the numbers comes as an adjective. So here when you see talibun wahidun, let me just rub it off everything. When you see the numbers here, what do you see? Where are the numbers? Actually the numbers are here after the noun. So that's why it's saying the numbers comes as an adjective. First the noun comes and then the adjective comes. Numbers are in the place of adjectives. As we know in Arabic sentence, the adjective comes after the noun. Noun comes first and then the adjective. So the numbers are in the place of sifa or not or adjective, anything you can say. So here it's and we know that all the adjectives in Arabic, it follows all the rules of adjectives. Like if this noun is singular, adjective will be singular. If this is in marfu, it will also be in marfu. If it is in it is a male, then the sifa will also be a male, likewise. So another point, number 1, you should see the number should come as an adjective. Now these rules are only for 1 and 2. The next is they will follow all the rules of sifa, as I told you before. Number 3, in this structure, the counted nouns. What are the counted nouns? The counted nouns are these. Talib, Taliban, these are known as counted nouns. Okay. Comes first. That means the counted noun comes first, as in the place of first, and then comes the number. As I told you, the number comes as sifa after the noun. 4, the gender of the number and counted nouns. Gender. Okay, now we are speaking about the gender of the number and counted nouns are the same. That means the gender of number and counted nouns will be male and male. So you see, it should be male and male. The genders should be same. What is the 5th point? The eraab of the number and counted nouns can be raf, nasb and jar. Means both of them can take all the 3 harakas, either fatha, dhamma or kasra. So let's see on the feminine nouns. Now the noun, this is the counted noun. If this should come first, and then now the counted noun is female. What about the number? Number is also female. So the gender should be the same. And you see, if this is singular, this is also singular. Now number is coming in the place of sifa. And talibatun is noun and it is counted noun. Means it is thing you count. One student. Talibatan, in this case, it is marfu muthanna, 2 female students, ithnatan. So the number is also same in Muthanna. So this comes in Sifa form. It is in Sifa. So both of them, the gender, the number, everything, you can apply all the rules of adjectives here. So this is all the points that you should keep in your mind. Number one, that the counted noun comes first and then the number comes as a sifa. And it all the rules of adjectives, it applies all the rules of adjectives. Then the structure, I told you the nouns should come first and then the number and the gender should be the same. Now as for when we do the example in rough case, jaa talibun wahidun. Now what is the eraab here? If I can just do a bit of close. Okay, Ja'a is fail. Ja'a is fail. What about Talibun? What is the position of the Talibun? Is fa'il. I have always told my students that if you do the Arab, follow the formula of Jumla failure. What is the formula of Jumla failure? Fail plus fa'il means doer, and then comes the maf'ul bihi. This is the formula. If you follow this formula, you will never do mistake in the Arab. So if you see there is a jumla failure, follow this formula. Fail, ja'a is a fail. Then comes the file, which is in rough case, and then comes the maf'ul bihi. But this wahidun is not maf'ulun bihi. Why? Because it is following the sifa. This is the sifa for talib. Don't ever make mistake that the number is coming in maf'ul bihi, then it should have a fathatain. No, it shouldn't. Why? Because don't think that yes, after fail is coming maf'ul bihi, then wahid should be in maf'ul bihi case. No, because from number rules we know that the number will follow the noun. And maf'ul bihi is extra in jumla failure. Always remember that maf'ul bihi is extra in jumla failure. You should always concentrate on two things. If you have your fail and file, that means your jumla failure is complete. Sometimes there is maf'ul bihi, sometimes there is not. Maf'ul bihi is extra. So you need not worry about the maf'ul bihi here. If you have the counted nouns, know that if the number is 1, then it should be coming as a sifa for talib. Wahid is coming as a sifa for talib. Now we see for the feminine. This is for male, this is for feminine. There should be a tatanis here. Ja'at. Ja'at talibatun. It's I'm sorry, it is talibatani. It should be talibatani. It's wrong. I'm so sorry. It should be Ja'at talibatani. Okay, ba and ta. This is sign for femininity, and this alif is showing the marfu case. Ja'at talibatani ithnatani. Ithnatani. Sorry, is noon ithnatani. So please check the mistakes here. It is wrong here. It shouldn't be ithnani but ithnatani. Now let's see. Ithnatani. This should be for feminine duality and feminine dual. Talibatani ithnatani. So where is our fail? Fail is here. File is talibatani. And what is this? This is coming as a sifa for talibatan. Ithnatani. Okay. Now why this alif is in marfu case? Why? Why is this dual in marfu case? Because this talibatan is falling under the file case. So file is always in marfu case. That's why the sifa is also in marfu case. Now we see this is the rough case we are doing. Now we will see the nasb case. sorry, ra'aytu, ra'aytu taliban wahidan. So where is our file here? This is for male. Where is our file? Ra'ay. This is our file. Where is our sorry, this is our fail, ra'ay. And where is our file? File is to damir. So we got the file here. So we got fail and file. What comes after fail and file? Maful bihi. If you see according to the formula, so the Taliban falls under mafulun bihi. So that's why fathatain. And what about the number? Number, we know that it is number 1. So it is coming from Mausuf Sifa. It is the Sifa following the noun or the Sifa following the Mausuf. Now we see for the female. Ra'aytu talibataini ithnataini. What is happening here? As we know in Mansub, the talibatani changes to talibataini. Talibataini. Now pay attention to the spelling. Ta with fatha and then ya and noon by kasra. So this ya and the ta fatha shows it is in dual and mansub case or majroor case. So here fail, we have our fail, we have our fa'il, fail and fa'il, then comes the maf'ulun bihi is always in mansub. So that's why this dual noun is in mansub case with the ta fatha. As you can see here, the ta fatha here. As you can see here, there is a fatha over the ta and ya. So this shows that it is in mansub case. So talibatain is in mansub. That's why number 2 is also in mansub. It is the sifa following the mausuf. What about in jar case? Now we will see, we have this is for male and this is for female. Now this is sallamtu means I greeted. Fail. Sallam is fail. To damir fa'il. Then ala harf jar. Due to this harf jar, the mausuf is in jar case. Due to this harf jar, it is in this having a kasratain. And then what happens to the sifa following the mausuf? So sallamtu ala talibin wahidin. What about in dual case? Sallamtu ala talibataini ithnataini. Same, because in mansub and majroor the musanna will be the same. So this is the i'rab and the points you should keep in mind about number 1 and 2. So this is all the rules comprising of rules of 1 and 2. Now we will move to the rules of number 3 and 4. So what are the rules for number 3 and 4 here? As we can see here, there are the numbers. Now what are the changes? If I can just show you the change or the difference between the two numbers. If you see here, talibun wahidun talibani ithnani. What is the difference here? If you see the gender, they are the same. Here the gender is different. Salathatu with ta marbuta is feminine, tullabin is a male. So let's see. Now the gender changes. So we will see the rules of number 3 to 10 now. What are the rules of numbers 3 to 10? Let's see. Now, if you see the numbers, the first part, what happened? The first part is the number and then comes the counted nouns. Now, this is called the counted nouns, the thing that you count. And the numbers is the first part. Before it was the noun and then the sifa coming as number. Now it's just the opposite. First the number comes and now the noun comes after. That is the counted noun, the thing you count. And what is the difference? Let's see. This is female, numbers are female, and this is male. So now first we will do the rule, and then I will give you a simple trick how to do your numbers, write numbers. If you get a figure in Arabic, how do you write your numbers? Now, the first point is they take the structure of mudaf and mudaf ilayh. Now, from 3 to 10, remember from 3 to 10, the structure of your Arabic number should be mudaf and mudaf ilayh. First mudaf and mudaf ilayh. The number, the counted nouns is always in mudaf ilayh. As you can see the kasra 10. Then the idafa will be nakira and not marifa. What is nakira and marifa idafa? If anybody doesn't know what is idafa, idafa means the structure of mudaf and mudaf ilayh is called as idafa. So if anybody doesn't know about the nakira idafa and marifa idafa, when you see idafa construction with nakira nouns, for example, if I say the غرفة المدرس مدرسي. So what do you see here? غرفة is doesn't have an al. We all know in mudaf and mudaf ilayhi the mudaf will not have an al here. It cannot have an al here. It's totally wrong. And the mudaf ilayhi has an al. If the mudaf ilayhi has al, that means this idafa construction is marifa. Okay, because if this noun is attached with a marifa noun, that means this noun is also become marifa. So in this case, this construction, idafa construction, is a marifa. What about a nakira idafa construction? When you see, I will take the same example. Ghurfatu mudarrisin. What happens here? Can you see an al here? There is no al. Now, if you see any idafa construction without attaching an al here, that means this is a nakira idafa. So this is the major difference between these two. If you don't find an al in the mudaf ilayhi and a kasra 10 at the end, know that this is a nakira idafa. So all these numbers here are nakira idafa construction. As you can see, every counted noun has a kasra 10. No al here added here in the mudaf ilayhi. And as we know the rules of mudaf ilayhi, the mudaf here and the mudaf here will always have a single haraka, always. And the mudaf can change the harakas only, whereas the mudaf ilayhi remains mabni in majroor case. It will not change its haraka. So let's see the second point. The idafa will be nakira and not marifa, as I have explained here. Then the other point, number 3, it is no more mausuf sifa. As we did in 1 and 2 as a mausuf and sifa, now here no more mausuf sifa. The number is coming first and then counted noun is coming after the number. What is the fourth point? Now the counted nouns are known as ma'dood. Now these counted nouns, this tullab is known as ma'dood. Ma'dood is you can say it is ismun. It's the ma'dood is the thing which is counted. Okay, it is a thing which is counted coming from adad. The root word is from adada, means the thing which is counted. So now we don't say it as sifa but as ma'dood, the counted things, which takes the place of mudaf ilayhi. Just now we discussed it. Then number 5th, the number and counted nouns means the number salasa, arba, khamsa, and the counted noun tullabin, and they are opposite in gender. Now what is happening? The gender is opposite. You see, now uh, this is a feminine number, salasatu, with a tamarbuta. And what about the counted nouns? It is male. So one may ask, how do I know this number is for, there is two columns. This number is for male and this number is for female. Now one may ask, how do I know that these numbers are for male and these numbers are for female? So how do you know? By looking at the counted nouns. If you check the counted nouns first, you will know that these numbers are for male or for female. We will do it later. I will discuss this later after explaining the rules. The sixth point is the mudaf can take any position. I mean, the mudaf can take any haraka. Either it can be a dhamma here, or it can be a kasra, or it can be a fatha. So this can change its haraka, but this mudaf ilay will remain in majroor case. Now, important point about this one is one thing. Okay. Sometimes the counted nouns or the madud comes as sound feminine plural, just like talibatin and all. Then you need to change it into singular and then decide the gender of the noun and number. For example, I have given here. In this case, the madud is feminine plural. For example, I will just explain it here. For example, if I give you khamsatu riyalatin, khamsatu riyalatin. What about the madud or the counted noun here? One may see the riyalat alif wata and he or she will know that okay, this is feminine, so I should put here a male number. So according to this counted noun or the madud, if this is feminine, then I should put a male number here. Then why isn't here khamsu? Why is it khamsatu here? In this case, always check the madud. If it is a feminine plural, convert this noun into singular. What is the singular of riyalat? Is riyal. Now you see, is this counted noun, if you change it into singular, is this now feminine? No, it is male. In this case, it is male. So we will decide by changing it into singular and seeing the gender. If this is male, then the number should be feminine. What will you put here? Khamsatu. Khamsatu. And then what are the rules of 3 to 10? The counted noun should always be in plural. I have forgotten this point to put here. You should add one more point. Point number 7, I will write it down here. Point number 7 is the counted noun or the ma'dud. Ma'dud should always be be plural. It should always be plural, not singular. So this is the 7th point. Please add this with all these points. So now here it's khamsatu riyalatin. You should never use a singular madud from 3 to 10. Riyalatin and not riyal. So whenever you see the madud, try to go back to the singular form and then see the gender. If it's male, then you put the female number, because from 3 to 10, the numbers and the counted nouns are opposite in gender. So that's why here the counted noun is female and the number is also female. So don't think it's wrong. Always check the madud and the singular form. But here in this case, asharu talibatin. What about this counter now? Talibatin. Talibat, if you see and go back to singular form, it's talibah with a ta marbuta. Sorry, talibah. It is a ta marbuta here. It is already feminine, so you need not to go follow this rule. Taliba, talibatin. So the number should be opposite in gender. Now, the point that I wanted to discuss, how do you know and how you should decide the numbers, is whenever you get a number and you have to write it in figures in letters, number names. Whenever you get a number, how will you decide the gender? Now if you get if I say 6 boys, how will you write? Always check the counted nouns first. Always check the counted nouns first. What is the counted noun? Boys. What is it? It is called in Arabic walad, aulad. Okay. So we know all the rules that from 3 to 10 the counted nouns will be in plural form and in mudaf ilahi structure. So aula, what will be the haraka here? Auladin, because it is a mudaf ilahi. So first we did our counted nouns madud. Now come to the number. We know that the number will be put first. So I will leave a dash here. I will never write the number first and then the counted nouns. No, never do that. This is the simple trick you should apply doing the numbers. First write the counted nouns. Decide what is the counted nouns. And remember, from 3 to 10 is from mudaf and mudaf ilayhi structure. The counted noun is always plural. So first write the ma'dud. Ma'dud. Okay, first write the ma'dud. Decide the ma'dud. And then leave a dash for number. Now when we did our ma'dud, the counted nouns, and we put the kasratan, we know it is a nakira idafa. What is the number here? 6. What is it called in Arabic? Sitta. Now, and we know the gender is opposite now. If this is male, what will be our number? Our number will be in opposite feminine. So what will we put here? Sittatu. Sittatu. And we know it's mudaf and mudaf ilahi. So mudaf will always have a single haraka and mudaf ilahi with a kasratan because it is a nakira idafa. Nakira idafa. Now if I say ja'a, if I put a fail, ja'a. Ja'a sittatu awladin. So this is fail. Sorry, it's a fail plus this is the file position. So it will have a dhamma here because it is in a file position. Now if I say, okay, if I say ra'aytu, ra'aytu, how many? Sittatu awladin. So if I get the fail and file here applying the formula, what will I get? Mafulun bihi. So this will fall into sitta. What will be the haraka? Sittata, the fatha, because this is in maful bihi position. And awladin is the mudaf ilayh, so it won't change. Awladin. Now, if we have a jar case, sallamtu, sallamtu ala. Now, having a harf jar, what happens? Sallamtu ala sitta, sorry, seen. Sitta, what will be the haraka here? Sittati. Sittati, sorry, awladin. It's sittati awladin. Mudaf ilahi kasratain. And this should have a kasra. Why? Because of the harf jar. So this is how you do your i'rab with numbers from 3 to 10. And this is the structure, the trick and the tips that you should follow in doing the numbers. So it's all from 3 to 10 applies the same rule. So this is how you do your numbers. In case if you get a counted noun, as for example I've given here ism, so the plural is asma'un. So if you are doing, for example, I'll give you the another examples here. Ism, ismun and asma'un. Riyalan, riyalatin. Okay, this is how you find some nouns that when you go back to its singular form, it is a male. So let's do ismun. I will do ismun here. If I say, what number should I take? Okay, I should take Samani, because I will explain another rule with number 8. Samani, 8, 8 names, 8 names. So this is our number given here. So first what will we do? First we will do the counted nouns. What is the counted nouns here? Names. What is it called in Arabic? Ism. And here it is names, plural. And we want to put the plurals, the ma'dood in plural mudaf ilayhi. So what will be? Is asma'un. So I know that the counted noun is asma in, okay, kasratan. This is the counted nouns. What about the numbers here? 8. What is it called? 8. 8 is samani. So samani with a ya. Why is it samani? Because asma we know as a this is looking like feminine because when you see a hamza or an alif maqsura or a ta marbuta or alif wata, you see then you know that the noun is feminine. It looks like a feminine noun, but why do I have to put sorry, it's sorry, it should be in samaniyatu. Samaniyatu with a ta marbuta. Samaniyatu. Now, if you see this is a plural noun and it is feminine, as it looks like here, Hamza, you see a Hamza. Know that the gender of the number should be opposite, but here also it's feminine and here also the number is feminine. Same, go back and see the singular form is ism, this is male noun, so our number should be feminine, so this one is correct. Okay, now if I tell you about the feminine, now this was the male counted nouns. Now if I tell you about the feminine counted nouns, if I tell you about the feminine counted nouns, that is talibat. Now I take 8 female students, 8 female students. So this is our number. What will we do? Female student is our counted noun. So first I will put my ma'dood is talibatin. Talibatin. We know it should be in kasratain, mudaf ilahi, and this is feminine counted nouns and this is mudaf ilahi. We should remember this. It is feminine and this is mudaf ilayhi, that's why it is in kasratain. So what will be our number here? 8. So what will you put? If this is feminine, we will put male number 8. So it should be samani. Samani. Now what happens here? Why is it ya? Because the ta marbuta is not there. Okay, the ta marbuta is for femininity and samani is for male, so it will remain without a ta marbuta with only a ya here, samani. Okay, So this is the difference between the male samani and the female samaniya. Okay. So this is what you should keep in mind, especially number 8, the spellings you should know. Now we will look into the tables again and recollect all the points that we have discussed right now. So this is our table. Now if you see here, thalathu tullabin. So if I say in from these two columns which are for male and which are for female, what will you see? First check the counted nouns. If you check the counted nouns, you will know, yes, this number is for male. Never check the number first. Don't check the number. Okay, Salasatu is female, so this number is for feminine. No. Check the ma'dud or the counted nouns first and then decide this number is for male. So in this column, this is for male. Why? Because the counted nouns are all for male. So you can see ثلاثة طلاب, أربعة طلاب, خمسة, ستة, سبعة. What about ثمانية? You should keep this in mind. ثمانية, ثمانية طلاب, تسعة طلاب, عشرة طلاب. Now you check here in female. What is the counted noun? Is it male, female? It is female, feminine. So what is the number for? This is for feminine numbers. Don't check the numbers. If you check the numbers, you are sure to do a mistake here. Taliba. How many? 3 female students. So now you see thalasu, arba'u, khamsu, sittu, sab'u, thamani. The difference without a ta marbuta. Tis'u, asharu. All without a ta marbuta, male numbers. So this is for female and this is for male. So the important points you can see here, everything and all the examples, especially this is very important. Examples for ism, real, whatever I remembered, I gave you the example. Check the singular form and then put the number. So this is very important. And then we come to the cases for 3 to 10. Now let's see the 3 cases of 3 to 10. For rough case, ja'a thalathatu. I'll just do it. Yes. Ja'a salasatu tullabin. So this is in case this is our fail and this is in the position of file. Fail plus file. That's why it is having a dhamma. So this is in our rough case. This is our rough case. And tullabin, as we know, this is mudaf ilayhi. Nasb case, what happens? Ra'aytu thalathata. The fatha is there. Why? Because we have our fail and we have our file. Applying the formula of fail and file plus maf'ul bihi. This is in the place of maf'ul bihi. That's why it is having a fatha. And tullabin mudaf ilayhi. So when you do the eraab, you will say fail madi, and then ittasalat bi damir, اتصلت به ضمير تقديره أنا. And then ثلاثة, it's mansub. In the case of نصب mansub وعلامة نصبه الفتحة. And طلاب مضاف إليه مجرور. Jar case سلمت على ثلاثة. Due to this harf jar, it is in having a kasra, it is in ism majroor position. سلمت فعل ماضي to ضمير اتصلت تقديره أنا على حرف جر ثلاثة اسم مجرور. So you can say jar majroor. Then in feminine جاءت ثلاث طالبات. The numbers are opposite now and you can say the fail and file position having a dhamma. Then fail plus file and then maf'ulun bihi having a fatha. Then fail plus file and then harf jar. I'm writing it in short, H and J, harf jar. Then ism majroor, INM means ism majroor. having a kasra due to harf jar. So this is how you do your i'rab. So this is all we did, the numbers from 1 and 2 and 10. So let's see, we will check the number rules of 1 and 2, as I can put it in one uh, screen. As you can see here, the rules of number 1 and 2 are different. From 3 to 10 is different. Always remember. And there was one point that I missed, was that the counted nouns or the ma'adud should always be plural. Please make this point, that the counted nouns should always be in plural. Now these are the Arabs here for 3 to 10 and here for 1 and 2, and the rules. And this is not the rules, but it is simple points that you should remember doing the numbers. And please remember the tricks that we do here. First write the counted nouns and then go for numbers. Leave the space for the number and first write the counted noun, then decide the number. So you will never make the mistake whenever you come across Arabic numbers. So Alhamdulillah, we completed the number rules from 1 to 10 now, and inshallah I'll come again with another video for the number rules from 11 to 12 and then 13 to 20 in a separate video. So Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.